What's up everyone, Devoid here. I just wanted to make a video sharing my thoughts and suggestions about the recent Leagues Shattered Relics. Unfortunately, I can't really make high quality content at the moment, so this is just going to be a casual discussion video. I had never played any League before, so Shattered Relics was my first one. And while I was really enjoying it and at times hopelessly addicted, I think there's room for some improvements. Some ideas may be controversial, so if you disagree with anything after fully considering my argument, let's talk about it in the comments. So the first thing that I think everyone would agree would improve the game would be the ability to create, edit, and sort fragment presets. One of the most annoying and tedious feeling things in Shattered Relics to me was switching activities and constantly having to switch out my set of fragments. With so many fragments and every activity benefiting from different effects of them, it was impossible for me to memorize which ones I found to be the best before. Sure, I could write down the fragment list, and I did for a couple of things, but I basically just ended up reading the features and thinking about which set effects would be the best for that activity pretty much every time I did it. This always took a few minutes at least, and it took even longer at the beginning of the League before I started remembering what each fragment did. If we had a button that allowed us to access a panel where we can create, name, edit, and sort our own fragment loadouts, that would save a ton of time and hassle. The unequip all button that Jagex added was nice, but I really think a customizable loadout option would make Leagues that much better. Another one of the most annoying things about Shattered Relics was trying to sort through tasks. I can't tell you how many times I wondered if a certain item, monster, or boss kill count was a Leagues task. Tasks that you would think would be under combat, like defeat X amount of superior creatures or a certain Slayer boss, were under the support category instead. With the massive amount of tasks available, often the only way to find which ones you had left for a certain subject, say clues for example, was to manually scroll through the entire list under that category, assuming you even knew which category it was listed under. The wiki did come in handy for being able to sort tasks by skill, but even it was lacking since you couldn't sort by boss, area, tier, etc. So I spent a ton of time during the League trying to find out if certain tasks existed, when I would have rather spent that time actually completing the tasks. The simple solution to this might get some mixed opinions. What I believe Jagex should implement is a search bar that allows you to see every task that contains whatever keywords you type. So if you type Smoke Devil in the bar, you'd see all tasks that contain that phrase. We could even give every task a set of tags to make searching even easier. For example, searching Smoke Devil would not only show the tasks such as defeat a Smoke Devil and defeat the thermonuclear Smoke Devil, but also the tasks for equipping an occult necklace and whichever other tasks there were. So every time you search a monster or boss, the tasks involving equipping loot that it drops will show up too. This would help us plan out our strategy and prevent us from accidentally leaving tasks unfinished somewhere due to not knowing about them. However, I feel like some people might consider this an overpowered feature, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. This last part is where I might piss some of you off, but hear me out because I think you'll agree with me in the end. Like I said earlier, I had a great time playing League Shattered Relics. In fact, I think I had too great a time. I got addicted for at least a couple weeks and I pretty much spent all of my free time playing it. And when I wasn't playing it, I was thinking about it. When I eventually got past the addiction phase, I still felt obligated to play whenever possible because I wanted to rank as best as I could. Throughout the entire duration of this game mode, I pretty much didn't have a life. I procrastinated or ignored important real-life tasks and felt like I couldn't play a different game even when I wanted to. I knew that every second I wasn't grinding away in Leagues, I'd be losing ranks. I knew that many players didn't have full-time jobs or major responsibilities and they could play 60+ hours a week. So I needed to spend every second of my free time playing Shattered Relics if I wanted to try to rank in Dragon Tier. I'm sure I'm not the only person that wishes they had more free time to be able to play and actually have a chance of reaching that Dragon Tier. In fact, we're probably the majority. So my solution to the destruction of our lives when Leagues comes out is this: implement a daily time limit. Now before you scream at me, here's the idea. Each account would be limited to 4 hours of in-game playtime per day, but the unused time would stack up. So if you want to go out with friends for a night instead of playing RuneScape, you'd have 8 hours to play the next day. And you wouldn't feel like you're wasting time while out enjoying life or even running errands. The League season would of course be extended so that efficient players could still complete a large portion of the tasks. In Shattered Relics, it was pretty much a rule that the players with the most free time on their hands were able to rank in Dragon, while everyone else with jobs or school was left behind. Playing efficiently and actually strategizing was necessary for reaching the highest ranks, but in my experience it was only possible to place in Dragon if you played at least 8 hours a day on average. So, in essence, it was a battle of who could have the smallest semblance of a life instead of who's the best at the game or who has the best strategy. If we add a 4-hour accumulating time limit per day, it would not only allow us to take days off to focus on life and responsibilities, but it would also give players a fair chance to remain competitive even if they started a few days or even weeks late. We'd be able to formulate plans for our next play session without it being a waste of time. Content creators would be able to edit and produce videos about the League and still remain competitive as well. Hell, the reason I don't have clips from Leagues for this video and the reason it's coming out after it ended is because I was trying so hard to place in Dragon and felt I couldn't spare the time to create the video. All in all, a stacking 4-hour daily time allowance would level the playing field so the players who are truly the best at the game or are better at strategizing can come out on top. And most importantly, we'd have our lives back. For people who really want to keep playing Leagues past the 4-hour time limit or want to plan their strategy while looking at the tasks, they can simply use another account to do so. Players that play 2 accounts for 8 total hours a day would still have a slight advantage because they can try different strategies after finding out what wasn't very efficient, but it wouldn't be nearly as big of a difference as playing the same account 8+ hours a day. Well, that's the last of my ideas for League's improvements. What do you guys think? Would customizable fragment presets be too easy for Leagues or a super handy improvement? Would an easy way to search through tasks be overpowered or a necessary change? And should the game mode remain a battle of who can have the least amount of a life, or should it be more skill-based? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you like my ideas, feel free to send them on over to Jagex and maybe we can get them implemented in the next League season. In any case, that's all I have for now. Hopefully I can get to a place soon where I can go back to making high quality content. But thanks so much for watching anyway, I'll see you next time.